G'day there, legends. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Terror from the Void. So we're just about to do this New Jericho Haven defense. It's, I think, our first actual mission in South America. We've made it just in the nick of time. We really do not need to intervene, but we'll get some approval from New Jericho and we'll get some resources. First, few little orders of business to take care of. I need another hawk. I need a Deceptor for Mad Dog. And I'm going to need quick response passenger module. So this gives me passenger slots and increases speed. That's cool. I'm going to need some better defenses. Well, not better. I'm going to need some other defenses. For our aircraft for the next time the behemoth emerges. So the Oracle gives me psychic guidance. That's not what I need. I'm looking at the defensive options. The armor plates are helpful. Afterburner I already have. Interesting. I thought I should have had some of the other defensive modules available to me by now, but I suppose I was mistaken. Fire suppression system I'm not too fussed about, to be honest. I will want the armor plates. I want the Anu thing that interferes with radar, the radar jammer. Yeah, I think I want the armor plates. I may want the flares, but I feel like they're a lower priority. Happy to be wrong there. So this is 75 and 600. How much is the FAR M? 75, 600, about the same. Okay. Few things plodding away there, and I think I want another bulldog as well. Beautiful. So, let's see who we've got for this mission. So we've got Flenser here. Beautiful. He also needs a shotgun. Oh, we have one for him. Why is everything so heavy? I guess this is his loadout now. Okay, so that's Flenser sorted. Maria is who we're making this other hawk for. I think it might be preferable to only having the Cyclops, or may even replace the Cyclops. Dizzy, we've fixed the typo in your name. You're otherwise fine, I think. Julian. Yep, you look alright. Jenny Blaze. Is Amanda in this? Okay. I know I keep promising I'll give Amanda a makeover and I haven't got around to it yet. Very good. So we need to figure out what we're going to do with Julian. Are we just going to buy him some more stats for now, or are we going to multi-class him into something? These are important questions. But for now, let's just get in there and kill some Pandorans. Guy's really puffing his chest out. Okay. Capture space remaining 6. Total available containment 25. Okay. Well, I don't have any of my paralysis stuff on me, which is actually a mistake. I should have equipped my 2 neural pistols. kill all enemies and protect the civilians. We've got a heavy up here, we've got a civilian down there, we've got an assault over there. Now, this team does not have a heavy, so there is no one capable of... No one capable of jumping up to make friends with the other heavy.
Let's do this.
I was just running down here to check that there were no Pandorans lurking around on the other side of that building. But hey, if there's an opportunity to evacuate civilians as well, I'm not going to smirk at it. Let's move Maria up here. And we'll get her ready to climb up and make friends with that heavy on the roof. I don't love having Daisy in the mist here, but part of the reason I sent her down was to check if there was anything in the mist.
Here we go.
Let's send out some scouts.
Let's do this.
Let's send hopefully at least one that survives. Beautiful.
On the move.
I don't want to be too aggressive with positioning Amanda because she's fairly weak and squishy. So much movement, very good. What else have we seen? Probably just another civilian, let's be real. Oh, no, we've seen a technician. Crouched here. Very good. Otherwise, he's next to that thing. That's why he's crouching. Okay. We'll just do an exploratory overwatch in this direction. And I guess that's our turn. Well, the Overwatch was relevant. Unfortunately, we just missed. Okay, there's a siren I think I just heard. Crawling around somewhere. Venomous Myrmidon, don't love that either. It spotted our drone. Acheron jumping around. Creepy looking things.
Running.
So Dizzy's going to overwatch this Myrmidon. Maria is going to stick to the plan.
Like the wind.
Okay, we found the siren. Maria is going to stick to the plan. Okay, so this is a level 3 heavy. Not the most exciting thing in the world.
Let's show them what we can do.
You're going to, I think, run over this direction and hopefully make friends with that assault. We'll evac this civilian. Now, what does this siren do? It's standing next to what I assume is a civilian. So this is a psychic scream and mind control one. Okay. I wouldn't say I love that. Now, if I jump this guy down and kill this crab, he is very vulnerable to this Siren, who will have enough will points to straight up mind control him, and will definitely be able to do damage through his armor. We'll send the drone in. I guess it might distract something.
Still alive. Sure thing.
I'm just as likely to hit the civilian.
Let's have a look. Shake it, baby.
Now, if it screams, Amanda's not going to be in great shape. Maria's going to push over this way to be a little bit closer to dealing with the Acheron. I could run in here and hunker down. I will take some hits, but maybe I survive that way.
Ready to go to work.
In my sights.
Okay, all you can really hit is the shield. That is infuriating. That is infuriating.
Got you covered.
Receiving.
We'll shoot another drone as a decoy. Move her out of the way so she's less likely to be spotted. Yeah, I don't think I can do much to help the civilians in there with the Siren. Oh, I forgot there was a technician there, actually. And it is going for the Acheron instead of the much closer, more immediate threat of the Myrmidon. Still, it's doing some damage, so not going to complain. And this guy's trying to shoot the Crabman. Okay, technician has been mind controlled. That's fine. Yes, Siren's coming out. Beautiful. That's what we needed. Arthron's going to take some swings at these civilians. We've lost one. That's unfortunate. But could be worse, to be honest. Could be much worse. I didn't end up moving the heavy, did I? Okay, I was not able to take out the Myrmidon. That's unfortunate. So it's going to kill some civilians as well. Savage. Oh, and there's quite a few of them in there. Yeah, I didn't end up moving this guy. That was foolish of me. That was foolish.
What's the plan?
Nevertheless, we've had a lucky break here. Now, Amanda can dash and attack this Hellion.
Ready.
It will leave her very exposed, however.
Moving in.
We're going to grab this assault. Okay.
Preparing to fire.
Let's see what our options are here.
Still alive.
That was so silly of me.
Can't wait.
Could be a surprisingly good spot.
Aiming.
Head's gone. Beautiful. Which means he should no longer be mind controlled.
Aiming.
Ready to go to work. Double time.
So we're going to run up and give this Siren a bonk. Deal with this crab. Nope, he's gonna die anyway.
Advancing.
Move this assault a little bit closer. Didn't do much, but didn't do nothing. If I just run down here, I can nab a few civilians, but I probably get the heavy killed.
I'm going in.
Not enough action points for the grenade. Can't get extra dazed. Oh, come on.
Here. Target hit.
Okay, so unfortunately there's not a whole lot we can do, just sort of how this is shaken out. That's fine. Sending Flenser off this way may have been a mistake, and not moving the heavy was absolutely a mistake. So I think unfortunately I need to use the civilians as shields, and I'll just jump the heavy down to be more able to deal with this Acheron, I guess. Should have moved him last turn. I might have been able to activate the technician this turn. Anyway. Technician finishes off the Siren and then runs after the Acheron. Acheron dies. We knew it would. It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath for the civilians trapped in here with the Myrmidon. Oh, it left and came out after the technician. That's obviously not good for the technician, but it's good for us, because we need to keep the civilians alive.
Try again, sucker.
I assume this guy will jump away. Return fire, thank you. That is a lot of damage. That was a mistake, and it's gonna jump, I assume. No? Okay.
Five by 5. I've got a visual.
Where's this crab that was spotted? Okay, there's an Umbra preparing.
Here we go. Identifying target.
Unfortunate that the Acheron didn't die there.
Moving up.
Back. Okay. Civilians.
Here.
The technician's going to die if I don't intervene,
Got it.
but I may not be able to anyway. How much movement do you have left? Because I don't want to leave her
I want a medal for this.
standing around in front of the Umbra. Get these civilians out of here.
Applying first aid.
We'll try and keep this guy alive.
born ready.
We've got a decoy here, and we've got our drone up to hopefully distract the Umbra.
Moving to coordinates.
If it goes around this way, it can't do as much damage anyway.
Right there.
See if we can keep the technician alive as well. Getting poisoned. Right away again. And weapon disabled. That's great.
I need to recover.
The technician's a non-combatant now. Brilliant. Yeah, I clearly thought that one out real well. Okay. If it comes this way, we've got shotgun overwatch, which should be enough to kill it. And otherwise, we're just hoping to distract it if it comes out this way so that it can't do too much damage. Got him. Beautiful. And that's the mission done. Beautiful, beautiful. That could have gone a lot worse. Even the Siren and Myrmidon got in, and the Arthurun got into the middle of all of those civilians. That could have been a lot worse. So sassy, this load screen. Nothing to worry about. We get a little bit of materials and some other resources. We have not found their origin.
Good to be working with you. If we're going to save the world, we'll need all the help we can get. At this stage, we've granted you low-level access to our network and set up a liaison office to work with your people. But, as I'm sure you can understand,
We're going to say maybe
we
later.
need to take things slow.
So this will bump Jericho and Anu down to about the same point. And hopefully if I can find a nest or similar, I can get them both up around the same time. Okay, now you are going to need a medbay, aren't you? Well, Phoenix Echo here has a medbay, and so does R&D, and I'm going to have to activate R&D to get down to Antarctica. This has a research center. I mean, I kind of feel like I should just build one here anyway. I have one here. Oh, sorry, now I'm thinking about satellite uplinks. So given how much mist is here, maybe I need a uplink here as well to scan around, to try and find. I know there's a Pandoran structure somewhere around here. Manticore 1 is just sitting around. Oh dear. Who's on the Aurora? Ah, Citizen Eileen. Hello. That's where you went. So yeah, I will need... I'm probably going to be operating out of here more than anywhere else. It doesn't make sense to be ferrying people all the way down just to get them healed. So I'm going to go ahead and build a med bay. Then we're going to go exploring. My other craft are moving as well. Excellent.
Research complete.
Priest class, thank you very much. Our operatives have discovered the Grand Temple of the Pan-Cosmic Ostara, a compound belonging to a nature-worshipping cult that arose in the late 2010s. It's hard to tell whether the compound is occupied, as the cultists rejected electricity as unnatural and refused to perform any repairs on buildings they owned. The compound houses over 100 beds, and there's a decayed corpse in every one of them, each with a plastic bag wrapped around its head to symbolize ecological disaster. It seems the Astarans followed through on their belief that humanity was a virus by committing mass suicide. There's nothing of any value here. That's depressing. That is depressing. So we're going to multi-class Mad Dog into Sniper. Like I said I would. We'll spend a bit of Phoenix communal skill points. At Suma, our operatives are received warmly. It would appear that the local Skoiphylax, or Keeper of the Vessels, is a great admirer of the Phoenix Project. I used to read all the conspiracy sites when there was an internet, he says. Everyone else thought the Phoenix Project was evil, or just a myth. But I always hoped it was real, because an international science organization that fights aliens would just be so awesome. I mean, such a thing would be like a blessing from the dead god. Although he is not allowed to show our operatives the hallowed machines themselves, he takes the opportunity to share his insights and some of the devices he has built. Oh, it's nothing, he says. I hope one day the Phoenix Project and the Disciples will be as one. Then we can work on all this cool stuff together. Oh, excuse me, I mean we shall work on the hallowed machines in unison. Sure.
Research complete.
Yeah, I'll just keep the queue like it is. That's fine. Ooh. Our operatives have set down on the edge of an abandoned town. Most of the buildings have been burned out, but there's a bank right in the center that's been broken into. Inside, there's old paper banknotes left lying all over the floor. Before the Pandora virus, they would have been worth millions. Most of the contents of this building, once worth killing for, are useless now. Luckily, our operatives have found a few things that can be dismantled and reused. The Manticore II has discovered the ruins of New Babylon, a city-state founded by a schismatic sect that broke off from the Disciples of Anu 2 years ago. Unlike the Disciples, who see the Pandora virus as a challenge that must be overcome via evolution, the schismatics believe that all mutations were secretly beneficial and humanity must embrace them without question. When they left their old havens, they took many sacred relics that the Disciples would like to have returned. These relics largely consist of mutated human remains, the bones of Anu martyrs who died in the struggle for a more evolved humanity. The New Jericho takes a different view. These relics are actually dangerous bioweapons and potential sources of infection, and ought to be destroyed. So either way, one's going to be unhappy. We're slightly lower with Anu, so we went with that. But yeah, this is a little bit penalizing, because the diplomatic penalties are doubled by the mod, so we've overall lost 3. Whereas in vanilla, this would have broken even. It would have been +3, -3, I think. I don't know what happens if we burn, but I would have assumed it would be the same. +3, -6. The Disciples are deeply grateful for the return of their sacred artifacts, reminders of the long journey they have been on. Perfection cannot be reached in a day, as a popular Anu saying goes, but those who have hope can glimpse it beyond the sunset. Well, at least we get some materials and food and whatnot. Keep on exploring. So one of our hawks finished. We've got combat shield technology. I would like a combat shield. Thank you. Not cheap, mind you. Manticore 1 has encountered a New Jericho scouting expedition. They're producing detailed maps of the region. We gotta think big, Commander McGrath explained. Can't just sit around in our havens and hope this will blow over. We need to know the lay of the land. It's our damn planet after all. And you know what they say, the devil's in the details. That's actually something that Tobias West says. We'll pay for the data. The Empress. Interesting. Our operatives have located an abandoned field hospital. This is an unremittingly depressing place where lives were lost in unimaginable agony during the days of the Second Mist. It probably contains useful supplies, but entering it will take a toll on our people. Cool. Bunch of resources. Don't mind if I do. Yep, seeking the Firebird, sure. That's a scavenging site, cool. Huh? I was trying to tell you to go somewhere. Why you gotta do me dirty like this? Get our Explorer on. Get our Explorer on. Manticore 2 has landed less than a kilometer away from a huge fire. It looks like an entire abandoned village is burning. A few buildings at the edge of the blaze could still be searched, although it's risky. We'll brave the flames. The buildings are overgrown with some kind of mutated lichen that smells intensely of sulfur. It reacts explosively to fire. Our operatives retrieve as many resources as possible before the fire gets too close. Not bad. Free stuff. I'm here for it. I am going to want to activate this at some point for the lab. I also probably want to get a way to scan in South America here. Given how much mist there is, I know there's got to be some colonies. I guess let's get it online. Just in case at some point the behemoth's going to be around this area, I'm probably going to want the vehicle bay. Okay, that hurt. It was very expensive. But what do we do? I haven't built a cybernetics lab yet, have I? I have not, and I can't afford to at the moment. But I will do some trading and then I should be able to. What have we found over here? Nothing terribly exciting. Let's move here to trade. Cybernetics lab. Beautiful. And that also gives me extra research points, which is nice. Okay. Even out some of our resources. There's not much else we can do around here at the moment. So we're going to come again up here. Favor for a friend.
We need immediate evacuation.
Beautiful. Because we finished the Acheron autopsy, that makes sense. Bonus mutagens. I do like the Favor for a Friend mission. That should be fun. We just traded with you. Keep exploring, I guess. Okay, we've got our medical bay. That's very nice. What recruits have we got? Assault with Condo Raider and damaged amygdala. Assault with lab assistant and troublemaker. Or an infiltrator with paranoid, which is nice, especially for an infiltrator. Oh, it doesn't get that classic infiltrator ability. Interesting. I think we will pick up Robbie LeBlanc there. Okay, that's an Anu Haven. Okay, Synedrian have finished restricted bionic technology. Excellent. Our operatives have arrived at a new Jericho haven called Fort Dia. It looks like the people here are in mourning after a recent conflict with another human faction left many dead. Commander Novik blames Synedrian, but it's not entirely clear what actually happened. Apparently there was a firefight near one of the gates in the middle of the night. Figures who seemed to be wearing Synedrian armor stole several crates of supplies. Several New Jericho soldiers died in the raid, including the commander's nephew. We'll contact Synedrian about this. Synedrian representatives assure us that they had nothing to do with what happened. The culprits may have been raiders with Synedrian equipment. A shipment of armor was hijacked recently. This information seems to change Commander Novik's mind, at least to the point where he's no longer certain. So we get a little bump with New Jericho and Synedrian, and New Jericho and Synedrian get a little friendlier as well. Not too shabby. The Manticore 2 has landed on the outskirts of an abandoned town. There's a huge shopping complex here, built out of concrete and glass. The doors have been smashed, but most of the shops and goods are intact. Free resources. All about the resources. Probably another Synedrian haven.
Research complete.
Siren autopsy completed. Beautiful. Create some new research. Shotgun advancement. Okay. I'll take it. Got some scanning going on. Operatives have landed near an old school. The buildings nearby are all abandoned and cars block the streets. The school is overgrown with mutated vegetation. These jobs are never fun. Exploring the ruins means rooting through people's lives, coldly evaluating the remains of who they were to see what's useful and what's not. You have to forget that children played here, before the virus came. More resources? Always welcome. And we will need to go down and tackle this mission soon. This team is going to work their way up to Prisoner of Ice and this mining quest as well, which I've never done before, so I'm excited about that. Very exploration heavy today. Our operatives have sat down beside an old house, miles away from any other buildings. The whole place looks pristine. The lawn's been mown, the hedges trimmed, the fences painted a bright white, but there's no answer to our calls. Our operatives break down the door of the home to find a family sitting in wooden chairs in the dining room. They're all dead. It looks like they passed only hours before our people got here. There's not a mark on any of them. Search the house. Still a bit of food. Still, free resources are always welcome. Okay. Didn't have anything for me. A little bit disappointing. How's our manufacturing queue looking? A little bit empty, actually. Okay, we definitely do not need psychic guidance. We've already established this. What we do need potentially is something with a little more kick to it than the weapons we currently have. So we have 2 nomads, which what they do 140. What do you do? 120. That the gadfly is a possibility. Does a chunk of damage. I do also have the 2 Artemis. I'm not super interested in fire suppression, as I've said. I think I just need to wait for the next tier of research to unlock. Found another haven. So we'd go visit here, and then we'll just keep exploring. Mere anarchy. According to a rumor, a man in a Synedrian haven killed several people while hallucinating that he was being pulled into a tomb by the ghoulish creatures that had been haunting his dreams for several weeks. Feels like a nod, alongside the image there, to Herbert West Reanimator. There is a similar rumor about a woman in New Jericho Haven killing her family. It's not clear whether these are 2 similar incidents, or whether both rumors are based on the same event. What's certain is that reports of visual and auditory hallucinations are increasing. Havens in the mist can become infested instead of destroyed when attacked by Pandorans. Infested havens accelerate Pandoran evolution. Max operatives that can be deployed is reduced by 2, but plus 100% experience. And the colonies are no longer built faster. That's rough, but that bit's helpful. Our analysis of the latest mission reports and debriefings shows a worrisome trend. Our operatives are increasingly irritable and distrustful of each other, often choosing to perform tasks themselves rather than relying on their teammates. Have you seen the latest psych evals? Trust issues is putting it mildly. They could start shooting each other any minute. If you want my advice, keep the combat units small, at least for a while. You can see Alistair's looking a little worse for wear. Got some boils growing and his veins have turned purple. The accelerated pace of Pandoran colony construction has abated. The construction operations return to their customary tempo, offering a brief reprieve in the intensity and number of new colonies established. It's been a very exploration-heavy video. Manticore 2 sets down on an old soccer pitch in the middle of an abandoned stadium. Long ago, people played sports here before the world went to ruin. I don't think I've ever actually searched the stadium, but you get nice skill points if you play soccer. Sometimes it is good to remember what we're fighting for. Not just to survive, but to live again. To have fun and enjoy life. A few snatched moments in this old monument to a forgotten game played by thousands and watched by millions are ones to remember. I've been ambushed. So, Sophia does not need all of those medkits anymore. We want to free up some space for the loot we're going to pick up. We could also give Mad Dog a sniper rifle if we wanted. We're not going to at the moment because that sniper rifle was earmarked for Maria. Let's check everyone else's loadouts. Seems very unlikely Nyarlathotep's going to swap stuff around to throw grenades. This gives a what? +4 will. It'll be up to 13 and then I guess -1 from the delirium. Okay. Yeah, Nyarlathotep needs a bit of a stat boost. Scotchy 2 guns. Let's toss a grenade. Okay. I think we're about good to go on this mission. we're going to save this for the next video. Otherwise, we're going to be getting just a little bit too long. I guess the next video will be a couple of back-to-back missions because we've got some in America and we've got this ambush to deal with. But as always, everyone, thanks for tuning in. You all stay brilliant. I'm going to catch you real soon.